Good evening, everyone. This is Molly. I am the Executive Director with the RAL National Association. I'm here with Les Simpson with Wellness Tech Plus. He has some incredible devices, mainly the Healy device that he's going to talk about today. And really what we're focusing on is wellness. So wellness for your caregivers, wellness for your residents, wellness for yourself, essentially. And the devices that Les has been indulged in at this point in time have really helped him create some wellness in his own life and even help him with some ailments that he had. And although he's not going to recommend that this is treated for anything, he has definitely seen some health benefits from these things that you guys could all benefit from in your care homes and in your personal life. So thank you for being here, Les. I'm going to let people know how to answer some questions, and then I'll let you take things away. If you guys have questions throughout the presentation, over in your right-hand side under your control panel is a questions drop-down menu. You can go into that questions drop-down menu and type in if you're having any issues hearing, if you're having any issues with your screen or anything that I may be able to help you with. I can try and help you throughout the presentation, and it will not distract Les, so don't worry. If you want to wait till the end to ask questions that he's going to be able to answer, he'll probably let you know just before he's about to end, and then you can start typing in. If no one has typed in and you have a question right when we end, don't worry, I'll probably talk for a minute or so. You guys can type in your questions at that point in time. But otherwise, we can get going. So Les, thank you so much for being here with us today, and I will let you take things away.
You bet. Well, thank you everybody for coming, seeing this evening. I think you're going to see some real possibilities. One of the things Gene talks about, of course, is residential assisted living being the investment of the future. This one, I think, will give it a rival, but of course, we're partnering. So it'll be interesting to see your thoughts on it. And now, first off, and I have to apologize. I've got something that's popping up here in the bottom right-hand corner, which I'm going to have to take out all the time because I can't stop it. But we're talking the future of medicine. According to GSK, and Google did a partnership a couple years ago and said that working with the body's electrical system is the future of medicine. And when they put in $750 million, needless to say, they had some seriousness to it, but they just started. The device I'm going to show you tonight is decades ahead of them and here now, so you don't have to wait. In fact, one of the things that the eBlast talked about is a $1 trillion industry. And now I'm going to get a little more specific on that. What areas does these microcurrent and frequency apps serve? First off, digitized nutrition. If you think about it, when you take a pill, your stomach attacks it with acid, brings it down to the minute energy. And that energy is what is used to put into the cells. So the supplements, and then there's different ones that are designed to have better absorption. Well, again, I'm going to kind of take you, it depends upon if you're back far enough for Star Trek, or if you're a Star Wars person. But some of the stuff tonight you're going to hear sounds like Star Wars or Star Trek. One of the things is nutrition now can be transferred directly into the cells. It doesn't have to go through the stomach. And a wearable watch and monitors. Everybody's familiar with all the watch monitors that are coming out. Well, Healy has one that measures everything in the body and then recommends a nutrition, a app, and so forth for you to press a button, and it allows it to go into your body. So it's a medical device. It's far beyond Apple or Fitbit or this other. And this is part of the industry you're going to be able to profit share in. Pharma for pain. If you watch all the ads and see all the prescriptions, the #1 prescription in this country is for pain. Well, now there's an alternative to pills actually cleared by the FDA for pain use. So I'll get into that. And of course, CBD is the same way. $9 billion by the year 2024. digitized nutrition for animals. This technology also works for animals. And sleep, 100 million industry by 2024. And golf, I just made a flyer for the National Golf Sales Association, because between the wearable watch and the deals that we'll be able to tell the body it needs, this is a $1 billion industry. Kids sport, same thing. Now, it looks like this. There's two pieces of hardware here. There's a watch that complete monitors every different area in your body, and a Healy, which is kind of an antenna. Everything else is on your smartwatch. Now, Healy is FDA cleared. What that simply means is now your doctor could recommend it to people, because the FDA has cleared it for the use of pain, acute, chronic, arthritic, and overexertion due to muscle soreness due to overexertion of muscles. So I'm sure you people have some people in your residences can use that. In fact, backing up here, needless to say, a lot of these different things you can use in your residence, but that's just the start. We're talking a huge change. Now, this is the disclaimer, marketing disclaimer I have to read you from the Food and Drug Administration. Healy is a microcurrent medical device that's been cleared by the U.S. Food and Drug for local relief of acute, chronic, or arthritic pain and muscle soreness due to overexertion. It also has non-medical applications for the use of individualized frequencies for balance of your body, mind, and to relieve stress. So again, that's where CBD and your medical marijuana come in. People take it for stress. Now for $600, they can have an unlimited supply through a Healy. Healy Watch is intended to support vitality and well-being, and the digital nutrition app does not constitute medical advice, can only be provided by a medical professional, the advice. So all this is basically, the only thing that we can say is it relieves pain. And talk about pain. We're talking all of it. Constant sudden pain that takes away the joy of life. Pain sufferers becomes the main focus of their life. Muscle soreness, whether it's your friend, yourself, your resident, now with a simple device, a self-care device, you can have it if they're mentally okay to do that. If not, the person in the house can provide it. But again, the residential living is just a very, very small part of this industry. Now let's think what microcurrent does. Now I'm going to start over here because I actually should have this in the reverse. Microcurrent increases amino acid transport in every cell in your body. Amino acids are the building blocks for protein synthesis. It increases protein synthesis by 70% because of the amino acids. And protein synthesis is a process that all your cells are made. And when all that happens, it increases your energy by up to 500%. Again, just by a frequency entering your system. We'll get into that more. Now let's talk about frequencies. According to Nikola Tesla, now he's the one that brought light to the world. The day science begins to study the non-physical phenomenon, it will make more progress in 1 decade than all the previous centuries of its existence. Now, talking about frequency, everybody has seen or heard about the glass that is shattered with opera. It's just a certain frequency. When that frequency happens, nothing in the glass is holding it together, so it shatters. That same frequency can be used for bacteria to shatter it, viruses to shatter it, and one that some people are familiar with. They wonder how a noise canceling headphone works. Again, they just create a frequency that cancels the other noise on the outside so you don't hear it. Those are the two areas you might be familiar with frequencies. But let's go to the big stuff. And by the way, this technology was developed in America almost a century ago. That's probably going to surprise a lot of people. Dr. Abrams developed this in the 1920s. If you look at this, he's got frequencies for congestion. He's got frequencies for scar removal. He's got frequencies for different things. In 1920s, when he came out with this, was about the time the pharmaceutical companies were really getting going on everybody should take pills. And they did all kinds of fighting him, saying this was quackery, shouldn't be done, and so forth. Well, there was one doctor that decided to fight him, the Reich machine. He decided to fight him, and he brought in people that were terminally ill with cancer. And with his machines in 1934, the machines allowed the body to fight the cancer. And 14 of them was recovered in 70 days, 3 more within another few weeks. The FDA and the AMA was so angry at the fact that this went nationwide in the papers. They completely destroyed his lab, took everything from it, and he turned into an alcoholic and died from that. All this was put on the back shelf. And then in the 1980s, Germany and Russia picked it up and decided to start research. Well, they developed this device here, time waiver frequency, that for the last 15 years in Germany and Europe has been healing a lot of people, or allowing the cells to heal themselves. It doesn't heal anything. It allows the cell to fight its own battles. In fact, this is the facts and figures of what they did in Europe for 15 years. 2,000 doctors were using it in 40 countries, with 500,000 customers or applications, because with this, they had to go into the office and have a practitioner give it to them. This machine cost between $12,000 and $40,000. Needless to say, not for everybody. The owner, a German, decided this wasn't enough. He wanted to take this to the entire world. That's this gentleman, Marcus Schmicka. At 11, he was studying quantum physics. He is an author of 25 books, 10 languages. He has established many institutes on health and scientific research. After he finished the regular schooling, he went and became a monk for 12 years in India because he wanted to understand the emotional side of life. And so he is the owner and the founder of both Time Waver and Healy. Now, this gentleman here he met, who has already had 7 different clinics in Europe, he had developed 144,000 frequencies, because every single tissue in our body needs a different frequency to live. And I'm not going to go into all the details of that. I'm going to show you the results of it. We definitely go into details on an individual basis. But he has 7 clinics in many countries, and people have been flying in there for 15 years when the medical industry is done with them to get frequencies. And until February or May of this year, this was not allowed in the United States. Now, and I'll get in detail on that. When they decided to take it from the big machine into smartphones, it took a lot of money. This gentleman here is a founder of the Super Fund. He's a billionaire. And one of the things people ask me constantly when they see this, how can we invest in this? Well, there's only one way you can invest in it. Needless to say, we've got $1 billion behind us. We don't need investors. And the other thing is this year, it'll make $250 million in sale of apps. But this is what you can do. And this is what the elevator is about. Help Marcus fulfill his dream. We want no investment wanted or needed, as you can see. But for everybody that partners in building or getting the goal out of 100 million owners by 2027, we've got a unbelievable payment system for everybody that wants to partner in a $1 trillion industry. Now, of course, this is a medical device. And so in Europe, we have the top doctors that are on all the boards. Now that it became FDA cleared in May, we have 156 American doctors that want to be on the board. Can you imagine having a doctor give you pain relief without addiction and without side effects? We have dozens of doctors coming aboard. And this is the headquarters in Germany. And of course, it's German. So we're talking highest quality, highest standards. It was conceived with collaboration of doctors and practitioners. In fact, there's 6 universities that we work with all the time in collaboration. And of course, it was developed in Germany. And because the one app, practitioners work with their clients and actually get the information of the client, we have the highest level of security transferred from smartphone to Healy and the cloud, far, far beyond HIPAA qualifications. Now, let's talk about the facts and figures. As we were already talking about here, this is what was happening when the time waiver was, the big one. But now we've transferred the time waiver into the Healy. With that, his whole dream is be able to have one product for the whole family to help with beauty, learning, fitness, pain relief, performance, and it's all through the smartphone apps. So we want this available to everybody tomorrow. That's why we're after 100 million customers. And at this point, we have 135,000, by the way, after a year and a half. The 40% amino transferred and 500% more energy, all through this. Now, since we've gone to the Healy, to give you a history here, first off, they decided that 2,000 practitioners would sell it. Practitioners are not salespeople. After 6 months, they gave up on that. Then they put it on the web, and they found out they had to raise the price to about $10,000 to even pay for anything, and nobody was buying it. Then we went social selling, which you know is network marketing here. And this is what's happened since. We're now in 48 countries. The United States was in May, Canada and Mexico will be next year, along with these countries. This is what's happened. In the first year under the social networking, we sold 10 million. When we came to the United States, since May, and this was 2 weeks ago, 90 million. We're easily going to hit 250 million by the end of the year. In fact, they just hired a COO who has taken companies from 1.2 billion to 5 billion, because this is going, we figure will be $1 billion company next year. Now, most companies, when they make these statements, the people wonder, okay, great, what does that have to do with me? How would you like to partner with that 250 million or that 1 billion? That's what I'm going to show you, how you can easily partner with this. Now, some of the things you might be familiar with is nutritional supplements. Right now, it's a $194 billion business in, or 115 billion in the by 2025. Health wearables is 139 billion by 2026. Again, these are the markets that we're going to break into and have a tremendous change to because of our technology. So think wearable watches and monitors, pharma for pain, CBD. Folks, right here, we're at $500 billion. And again, everybody will be able to take partner in this, and I'll show you how. First off, let's see what people think of this Healy on the smartwatch. What do they use it for? Pain, regeneration, health promotion, as you can see all the different things. But how much are they happy? How much do they get the benefit of? First off, how many people actually use it? 80% use it on a daily basis. 10% is required, 9% every 2 to 3 days. Now, this is the part that's outstanding. Survey on effectiveness. Improvement in my concerns, 47%. Strong improvement of my concerns, 31. That's 80% that are super satisfied with it. How many treatments it takes? 15% one application. 15% two applications. 20% three applications. So 50% within three applications. Now you'll understand why we have a 94% referral rate. This is huge, and it's the one thing you'll be very proud to represent. Now, when I was telling you about the gentleman, Nuno Nina, these are the different things that he has at all of his clinics that people fly from all over the world to have. Pure, which takes out the toxins and effects of an improper diet. Care, strengthens your biogenic field. Physical balance, emotional balance, supports your performance, relaxation, pain. These are the prices of these units. Our minimum price, which has all of these, along with about 20 other apps, is $470. Then we have these, when people want to get into sleep, and meridians, by the way, is what your acupuncture works with. So we're going to be working with acupuncture because now they can do their people long distance. Right now, nobody wants touched. If you know acupuncturists, they can actually apply their trade long distance now, and we'll show you how to do that. Skin, if you want learning, fitness. And by the way, we have apps that increase memory, concentration, relaxation during tests and learning, fitness with the watch and so forth, job, people under so much stress, beauty, protection programs, 100 different programs in all this. The Helio Resonance. This is one that actually scans your body every single day, and your cells tells it what resonance it needs, what frequency that it isn't there, and then you apply it. Like I said, if you ever watch Star Trek, if you remember Bones, where he had that electrical thing that he'd run over the body and tell them what was wrong with their body, and then he pressed the button on it, went over it, and healed it. Star Wars is here, folks. And then a watch goes with any of these. And the real reason for this is it monitors your body every single day, all day long. And when anxiety comes in, it tells you need anxiety. By the way, one of the big things we're going to be going to is first responders and vets, because with this technology, they can actually do self-care, and we're saving families. Now, before I go into the compensation plan, because this is under network marketing, which means multi-level, I have to let you know in the United States, the average amount that people earn is between $1,500 and $3,000 a year on network marketing. I have to let you know that. But it also says here that, of course, income projections are there, and you can earn a lot less or a lot more, strictly up to you. But I have to let you know that to start with. Now, if his goal is 100 million customers by the year 2027, I think everybody on the call will agree that's pretty aggressive. So how is he going to allow people to help him get there? First off, we have an award-winning pay plan by 2 direct sales magazine organizations. The normal person in multi-level or network marketing only has 3 to 5 people, and then you have to try to force them to learn to go after others. That's why 95% failure rate in network marketing. With our program, it only takes 1 customer and 2 sponsors and teamwork, and you can be profit sharing in 48 countries. and I'll show you that in a minute. So we're for the normal person, anybody that has relief from this. The first thing is always to acquire customers. So we're going to show you how that's done. People want their own business opportunity for 5 reasons. One, they need $500 extra a month. There was a survey done, 85% of the people in America, this was before COVID, said 500 extra a month would be absolutely wonderful. Some of them said it would save their financial life. More time. You can actually go to executives that are working 80 hours a week and offer them this opportunity. In fact, I'm going to show you one gentleman that was an architect. He came up with all this on this program that I'm going to show you. He was spending 80 hours a week, and now he's in the top after 18 months, and we're going to show you how to do that. The other thing is recognition. Before COVID, 80% of the people that left a job said that it was because they didn't get enough recognition. I'm going to show you the recognition we give. Residual income to retirement income, help people with technology. All these are going to be very understood as I go through the pay plan. The one thing it isn't is recognition. But if you're a company, if you own the, like I was talking to one that has like 20 or 25 different residential assisted livings. For the people that know how to build large companies like that, we have 80 company owners that have made $100 million in their companies, and they have signed up as distributors, and everybody signs up the same way. So for large companies, you can also profit share with the future of healthcare. And these are some of the ways. Once you become a team leader, there's bonuses all the way up. And senior president, needless to say, is $250,000 or €250,000, which is about 400, I think, US, I'm not sure. This is one way, but this is the one that's continual. Once you become a manager, $100 or €100 every month for you to brand yourself under Healy and really get recognized. And there's many different areas here. Again, the secret to building, as far as you want to go, is become a builder, and I'll show you what that is, and teach and mentor your team members to duplicate becoming a builder. Once you have 5 levels of builder, you're now in profit sharing. Now let's take a look at what profit sharing looks like. Again, this is for the sales in all 48 countries. Next year, it'll be $1 billion. The gentleman that has come up with this that I'm going to show you, he is a vice president. So 1% of the sales is put in this. 20% of that is split between all the vice presidents. Right now there's 4. So can you imagine splitting 20% of, and it's a point system. Instead of $1 billion, it would be half of that. So 500 million, 20% of that split 4 ways. That's what he's going to be getting. It starts out once you're a director. I'm going to show you how to become a director. And it's easy. He's done it in 18 months. This is the gentleman right here. He was an architect, and he became a senior vice president in 18 months. This is you. The first thing we do is get 1 or 2 customers. How do we do that? Wear and use the Healy daily. You're going to find it does unbelievable things. I scratched myself on a bush pretty good doing mowing my lawn. The next day, it told me I needed wound healing when I did the scan, and it healed in a week. Demonstrate and allow others to use it. Remember, 96% of the people refer it to their friends. They become customers. So you use it daily, you demonstrate it, and now they want to become customers. And then once they become customers, they start talking about it. And some don't want to go into business. We have a customer loyalty program for them so they can get points to get more product. But the others become distributors. That's what this comes in. And when they do, they buy a minimum of the gold for 250 CV. So you're up here with 1 or 2 customers and you've sponsored 2 distributors. Next, the normal person again has only 3 to 5 contacts. Most people in network marketing fail because in the business because they only have 3 to 5 contacts. We've made it. That's all it takes. 1 or 2 customers and 2 members. And I'm going to show you how the program will take you all the way to the top, just doing that. Now, if you have 200 contacts, then you put them in and they add to the team. But see, this is why the paid program was designed like this. 100 million customers by 2017. So now we have the 2 members, we have the sales. That's a total of 600 CV. That makes you a builder. And that's all we're going to try to do, build all the way down. Next, you now have 2 members. You're going to teach them, again, to wear it every day, to have their friends try it, and then they're going to want it, and then the cycle's going to start over. And they become customers, and then some of them become distributors with the minimum. And by the way, this is minimum. The resonance, for instance, is 1,250 points, but this is minimum. And so that makes them a builder, and it reconfirms you as a builder. And now you've got members here, and everybody here wants these people to make it because it's going to push them up. So we show them all how to get 1 to 2 customers and how to get members. Once they get their members, it qualifies them as builders. It confirms these as builders. And now you're a team leader. If you remember at the first level of team leader that you're recognized with a bonus is team leader. Now the next thing we're going to show you is how to become a director. And that is when you start profit sharing with 48 countries. Now, the one thing when you're a director, you'll need 50,000 CV points. The gold is 250. The usual one that we sell the most of is the one without the resonance, but it has all the other 120 apps on it. It's 750 points. So where are you going to get these 50,000 CV points? Well, once you're a director, you have a minimum of 198 people under you in your team. You only need 120 sales. So with everything that I've showed you, you can imagine how quick that comes. You have to have 500 CV and 2 senior managers. The senior managers have 2,500 CV. So needless to say, that's counted for you. Next, the senior managers have managers. And they have to have 12,500 CV, which they've got from the people in the group, plus the ones that they've done. And see here, you've only sponsored 2 people, and you have 2 customers. Of course, a lot of you are going to do a lot better, but 80% of the people are not salespeople. And so 3 to 5 contacts is the usual. Senior leader, 5,000 apiece. And so now team leader, if you remember right, team leader is where we started up here with only 14 under us. So that's how you get to director. And once you're director, you are sharing with 25% of that 500 million next year. And by that time, I'm sure CJ will no longer be vice president, he'll be a senior vice president. And they shares with 5% of the total with Howard May senior presidents. So 5% of 500 million divided by 2. Seize the opportunity. It's here now. And this is your playground. We're talking digitized nutrition. We're talking a wearable watch. We're talking pharma for pain. We're talking CBD. And now I'll discuss a tiny bit, since I have a couple minutes here, of the future industries. One of the things this watch does is it helps surgeons prepare for surgery. The person uses it 2 weeks before, detoxifies their body, takes the tension out. During the day of surgery, they have an anxiety, which makes them relax for it. And then afterwards, they have wound healing and regeneration apps. We had a lady that had plastic surgery. It's called a vampire facial. I guess it's almost like taking a cheese grater and tearing your skin off. And the plastic surgeon asked her halfway through, how does this feel? Because it's usually very painful. And even through the pain stuff. And she says, well, it kind of feels like you've got a roller rolling on my face. I feel pressure, but no pain. And she came in a week later after she had applied the wound healing and the regeneration apps. And the plastic surgeon could not believe it was the same person that had healed that much in 1 week. Well, that's one industry. Another industry is sports. Another industry is the first responders and vets. This is just the touch of it, folks. Questions?
Perfect. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and type them in now, but I do have one in here already. Janine asked, will this be publicly traded on the stock market? Why or why not? Have you heard anything about that?
He's already been offered $10 billion for the company, and he won't sell it. This is strictly private. He really believes in controlling everything, and he really believes it's for the people, not investors. And he wants 100 million customers by 2027. And he only wants people that really want to help other people, not just make money.
Yeah, that's absolutely a great reason to do that as well. And you know what gets me about this product is that you could so easily implement this into the program that you've set up to help your residents and then market that as a reason why your home is different from other homes. And so the reason I feel like it works so well for assisted living is that it brings in a new element of you going above and beyond and setting the bar higher. And that if you have a resident that has pain and takes medication for things or whatever it may be, you can go above and beyond and do that. So I don't see any other questions coming in here just yet, but if you guys have specific questions, reach out to Les. His email is here, lsimpson@wellnesstechplus.com. And I'm sure he'd be happy to answer any of your questions. His phone number is right here as well. And I think that this could really help you guys. Okay, hold on. One more question. And okay, the watch. Can the watch be shared in an RAL setting?
No, it's individual.
Okay, individual. Yeah.
The watch, the reason is it is going to constantly read that person's body, and doctors are going to love it because the watch shows the blood pressure, the beats per minute. It shows the calories used. It shows any steps they take. It shows the heart rate variability, which shows how all kinds of different organs inside of it operate. And then it'll also give suggestions from digital nutrition to like an anxiety app. If a person's really having a hard day, that they can click on the watch app and feed themselves. So it's very individual.
Perfect. Yeah, that was a great question, Charlene. Thank you for asking that question. So yeah, once again, you guys, if you have additional questions, go ahead and send them over to Les. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer them. Here we go. What's the difference between the $200 watch and the $600 watch?
Okay, the difference, the watch with just the app is the $280. It includes a app for 23 months. By the way, it's 506, not 600. It's misprint on there. It includes a digital app, which allows all of the digital nutrition, and also a advisor app where you can put in different health conditions, and the top experts will tell you what apps to use for them. So the $506 includes 3 months of that. And then after that, it becomes $94 a month for the digital nutrition, the watch app, and so forth. Otherwise, you're just getting the watch and that app, and you have to get the other separate. So it's really kind of a great combination for $506. You get the watch free after 3 months, basically.
Perfect. And Les, is there still any sort of special going on right now? I know last time we talked, there was something going on. Is that expired now?
Yeah, that's expired.
Yeah. Okay. Well, missed out. Sorry about that. I shouldn't have brought it up, I guess. But I'm sure they'll be doing things along the way. There's also different ways for you to get involved. I'm sure you can contact Les and he can give you a rundown of exactly how things can work. If you're in Colorado, I'm sure you'd be happy to reach out to you guys and come and visit you. So yeah, just go ahead and give him a call. It looks like that's our last question of the night. So everyone have a wonderful evening, and thank you, Les, for being here so much.
You bet.
All right, guys, have a great night.
Bye-bye now.